Hello viewers, welcome to UN Digital class. In my previous lecture, I have already discussed about the greedy best first search algorithm. Now, in this lecture, I am going to discuss about the A-star search algorithm. Let us start. A-star search algorithm is one of the most popular best first search algorithm. Here, the evaluation function depends upon two factors. That means Fn equal to Gn plus Hn. And here Fn is nothing but that is the estimated cost of the cheapest solution, and Gn is nothing but that is the cost to reach node n from start node, and Hn is the heuristic function which is nothing but cost to reach node n to goal node. That means, take one example, suppose this is our starting node and here this D is your goal node, this is your start node. For node C, the Gn is the cost from node A to C, that is the Gn, and the Hn is the cost from C to D, that is the Hn. That means for node C, the cost from initial node to that node is called the Gn, and Hn is the cost from that node to the goal node, and combining these two which gives us the evaluation function. Now, in this A-star search algorithm, the evaluation function is always considered by using these two values, and the algorithm always calculate the Fn value based upon the Gn value and the Hn value. And this algorithm is similar to the greedy best first search algorithm, but the difference is that in greedy best first search algorithm, Fn is equal to Hn, but here in A-star search algorithm, Fn equal to Gn plus Hn. Now, look at the A-star search algorithm. This A-star search algorithm is very similar to the greedy best first search algorithm, but the main difference is that in greedy best first search algorithm, the evaluation function Fn that is equal to Hn, but in our A-star search algorithm, the evaluation function Fn that is equal to Gn plus Hn. Now, look at the steps of algorithm. Step 1 says that place the starting node into the open list. That means in your search tree, first of all we place the starting node into open list. Then second step says that if the open list is empty, then stop and return failure, which means if your open list is empty, that means there is no search tree for search. In this case, we stop and return failure. Then next is step 3. In step 3, select the node n from the open list which has the lowest cost value of Fn. That means in this step we select the node n which has the lowest cost evaluation function value. After selecting that node, we check whether this node n is a goal node or not. If this node is a goal node, then return the path from the starting node to the node n. That means in the step 3, first we select a node which has the minimum cost of evaluation function value, that is Fn. Then we check whether this node is a goal node or not. If this node is a goal node, then we stop our algorithm and return path from our starting node to that node. Else, remove the node n from open list and place it in closed list. That means if the selected node is not a goal node, then we remove that node from the open list and add it into closed list. Next, step 4. In step 4, expand the node n and generate the successor of node n. That means here the node which is removed from the open list and placed in our closed list, that node is expanded and its successors are generated. Then next step 5. In step 5, for each successor node, check the Fn value, that is the evaluation function value, and check if that node present in our open list or closed list. That means after generating the successor of that node, then we check the evaluation function of each successor. After that we check whether these successors are present in our open list or closed list. If these nodes are not present in both the list, then add it into our open list. That means if the node, that means the successors are not present in our open list or closed list, then we add these successors into our open list. Then next, step 6. Here if the node n, that means the successor is already in open list or closed list, then it should be attached to the back pointer which reflects the lowest cost of evaluation function. That means if the successor node is already present in our open list or closed list, then we add this node to our open list, that is the back pointer of our open list. Then next is the step 7. Here step 7 is nothing but it is the return to step 2. That means from here our loop starts. This is all about the A star search algorithm. Now look at one example. In this example, this is our search tree and this is the heuristic function value of each node. Now according to the algorithm, take the iteration 1. In iteration 1, first we place our initial node into our open list. That means here our open list contains the node, that is the initial node S. And here for S we have to place the evaluation function value. That means here for S we calculate the Fn value which is equal to Gn plus Hn. And for S, Gn is 0 and Hn is 5. That means here the Fn value is 5. Now I place this value here. After placing the initial node into our open list, then the second step says that you check whether this open list is empty or not. Here our open list is not empty. That means we go to the step 3. Step 3 says that you select a node from the open list which has the minimum cost evaluation function. Here in our open list it contains only one node. That means from our open list we select this node S and which evaluation function value is 5. Then we check whether this node is a goal node or not. Here this node S is our initial node, it is not our goal node. Our goal node is the node G. That means we remove this node from the open list and place it in our closed list. Now our closed list contains the node S. After placing this node in our closed list, we expand this node and generate its successor. In our search tree, the successor of node S is A and G. That means here we expand the node S and its successor is A and G. After generating the successor, we calculate the evaluation function value of each successor. Now for node A, Fn value is equal to, which is the combination of Gn and Hn, and for node A the Gn is the cost from the starting node to that node. That means for node A the Gn value is this one, that is the 1, because Gn cost is nothing but it is a cost from the starting node to that node. Here Gn is 1, then next Hn. Here for A node the Hn value is 3. That means here we add 1 plus 3 which gives us the Fn value, that is equal to 4. Similarly, you calculate the Fn value for the node G. Here for node G the Fn value is, that is equal to Gn. Here for node G the Gn value is 10, that is from the initial node to that node. This value is 10. Here 10 plus, then we add it with our heuristic value, and for node G the heuristic value is 0, because heuristic function value is nothing but it is cost from that node to the goal node, and here node G is your goal node. That means the cost from this node to this node, which is 0. That means for node G, the evaluation function value is 10. After calculating the evaluation function value, you check here this node A and G are present in your closed list or open list. Now, here the node A and G are not present in your closed list or open list. That means you add these two nodes in your open list. Now, our open list is updated by containing the node A, which evaluation function value is 4, then node G, which evaluation function value is 10. Now, from this our loop starts. That means we go to the next iteration, that is iteration 2. In our iteration 2, the open list contains the node, that is A4 G10. Again you check this open list is empty or not. Here this open list is not empty. That means we go to the step 3. Step 3 says that we select a node from this open list which has the lowest cost evaluation function value. From these two nodes, node A and node G, the lowest cost evaluation function value is 4 and the node is A. That means here we select this node, that is the node A, and check whether this node is a goal node or not. But here node A is not our goal node. That means we remove this node from our open list and place in our closed list. Now our closed list contains node, that is S5, then next A4. After placing this node A in our closed list, again we generate the successor of this node A. Now look at our search tree. In your search tree, the node A have two successor, one is the B, another one is the C. Here we generate the successor of node A, that is node B, then node C. After generating the successor of node A, then you calculate the evaluation function value for these successor. That means here we calculate the evaluation function value for B and C. Now look at here, the evaluation function value for B is, first we take the Gn value. Here for node B, the Gn is this value plus this value, because the Gn value always says that it is a cost from the starting node to that node. That means this is our starting node, this is our current node, and the Gn value is from S to A, then A to B, and that is the 2 plus 3. That is 2 plus 1, which is 3. Now here Gn value is 3. Then we take the Hn value. For node B, the Hn value is 4. That means 3 plus 4, which is equal to 7. Again you calculate the evaluation function value for node C. First of all, we consider the Gn value. Now look at here, the Gn value for this node C is this value plus this value, that is 1 plus 1 equal to 2. Then you take the Hn value. Here 2 is the Hn value for node C, that is equal to 2 plus 2, which is equal to 4. Now here the evaluation function value of B and C is calculated. After calculating the evaluation function value, you check these two nodes are present in your closed list or open list, but these two nodes are not present in your closed list or open list. That means here you add these two nodes in your open list. Now our open list contains B7, C4, then G10. From here our loop starts. Then we go to the next iteration, that is iteration 3. in iteration 3 our open list contains the node that is B7, C4, then G10. Now here we again check our open list and our open list is not empty. That means from our open list we select a node which have the minimum evaluation function value. From these nodes the minimum evaluation function value node is this node, that is the node C, which has the evaluation function value 4. That means here we select this node and check whether this node is a goal node or not, but here this node C is not our goal node. That means again we remove this node from our open list and place in our closed list. Now our closed list contains the node these are S5, A4, then next C4, sorry A7, then next C4. Now these are the nodes of our closed list. Here from our closed list the node C is expanded. Now we expand this node C to generate its successor. Now look at our search tree. Here this is our node C and node D and node G are the successor of our node C. Now generate the successor, that is D and G. After generating the successor of node C, here we check the evaluation function value for each successor. That means here we calculate the evaluation function value for node D and for node G. Now for calculating the evaluation function value of node D, first we check the Gn value, then we check Hn value, because here evaluation function Fn equal to Gn plus Hn. That means for node D, first we check this Gn value. Now look at here, this is our node D and its Gn value is nothing but this value plus this value then plus this value. That means 1 plus 1 plus 3, which is equal to 5. Then take the Hn value. Here the Hn value of our node D is 6. Again we add 5 plus 6, which is equal to 11. That means the Fn value of node D is 11. Again we calculate the Fn value for our node G. Now here this is your node G. First we check the Gn value. Gn value for this node G is, that is from S to A to C, then C to G, which is 1 plus 1 plus 4, which is equal to 6. Then we check the Hn value. Here the Hn value of our node G is 0. Then we add this value, which is equal to 6. That means for node D the evaluation function value is 11 and for node G the evaluation function value is 6. After checking the evaluation function value, again we check whether these successor nodes are present in your open list or closed list. Here you check the node D. The node D is not present in your open list as well as in your closed list. Then check for the node G. Here you check the node G is present in your open list. That means here we add the node G in your open list and we add this node, that is the back pointer of our open list. Now look at the open list. Here the open list first element contains this node, that is G, which evaluation function value is 6. Then it takes next node which is D. Then D, which evaluation function value is 11. Then G10, B6, these are the nodes of our open list. After that our next iteration starts, that is the iteration 4. iteration 4, our open list contains these nodes. That means the open list contains node G which has evaluation function value 6, then D 11, G 10 and B. These are the nodes of our open list in iteration 4. From these nodes we have to select the minimum cost evaluation function value node. Now here check this node G which has the evaluation function value G, which has the evaluation function value 6, that is the minimum cost evaluation function value. That means here we select the node G and check whether this node is your goal node or not. Here this node G is your goal node. That means our algorithm stops and returns the path from the starting node to this node G. Here the path is from S to A, then A to C, then C to G. That means it returns the path S to A to C, then C to G. This is all about the A star search algorithm. If you have any doubt regarding this A star search algorithm, then you can ask me through comment. I will reply you and discuss about your doubt. Thank you for watching.